Okay, thanks for tuning back into BP Builds. So today is March 10th, 2025, and I just wanted to make an intro video to my next big build series. So if you can't tell, this is a 302 Mustang. This is a 1995 Mustang GT, a 5-speed car that I have turbo swapped. So I've already recorded about 9 months of footage. I started the actual work on the car itself Memorial Day weekend of 2024. So that was about nine or 10 months ago. But I've been tinkering with this project and getting parts and doing learning and doing planning for since about 2021. So about 4 years, I would say. And this is basically the final product where I've gotten to. The turbo swap, I would say, is complete. The only thing that's left is doing the final tuning. I did do some test driving and some initial tuning late in the fall. I got the car running Halloween day, October 31st, 2024 was its first test drive with the turbo. But I put it here in the back of the garage and was just tinkering with it all winter long. And I think I've got it to a place where I'm ready for the spring. So that'll be in a couple months, So we're gonna get the car out in a couple months and finish tuning. But I guess I just wanted to make a brief intro video to the build series. I think it's going to be maybe 4 or 5 parts, but I guess maybe we can just do a brief overview of what was involved. So I did end up I pulled the motor and transmission, and I didn't record that process. That's been done many times, but I basically kind of started my 5-speed swap series with me pulling the car out of storage, where it is now, and then I pulled the engine on Memorial Day weekend, and then we kind of started from there, where we're going into the wiring and everything. So this car has a full standalone fuel management system. It has my own fuel injection harness and my own Speeduino ECU that I built. If you've been watching the Speeduino series, this is the car I've been talking about. But you see here we have the 1995 302 push rod. This is a stock bottom end, stock block, stock crank, stock pistons and rods. But I did put a set of 4-bar GT40P heads on there, so you can see the 4 bars right there, and those are off of a 2000 Ford Explorer. So I did heads, intake. So this has the car came like this. It came with the trick flow upper and lower intake kit. And then I put a trick flow stage 1 cam in. So I did a little bit of flow improvements, heads, intake, and cam. And then the turbo itself is eBay turbo, GT45 eBay turbo. I think at the time I paid roughly $160 for the turbo. And then this is just the oil supply and drain kit. That was about $30 off of eBay. And then the exhaust system, the hot side, that's actually a Fox body kit that I think I paid about $150 for off eBay. And I did have to do some welding and modifying of the Fox body kit, but I ended up getting it working pretty good inside the SN95. And it also has a front mount intercooler in there that you should be able to see it. Yep, there it is. So you see it across the front, and there it is there. So and okay, so I guess I just wanted to make a rough intro video to the build series, and I can show you the ECU. So here's, you see here's our hot side, and I did leave the front sway bar in. Now we'll just go inside real quick, and you can see down there in the corner is where the ECU is, right there. So there's if you've watched my Speeduino build videos, there's the laptop with Tuner Studio, and here's my Speeduino 0.3.7 ECU that I built, and there's my harness going up into the car. So, and then I added wideband boost and water temp gauge. So I think the car is pretty much ready to start. It's spring is coming, but we're still in winter time. It's about 40 degrees out right now, so that's not frigid, but I figured it's been in the, you know, the teens and the 20s. So I figured let me come out today and try and get it started up with a cold start. But you see, it's been sitting for many weeks, and we're still holding about 15 pounds, 18 pounds fuel pressure, which is that's good. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is just do a cold start, just to kind of demonstrate it in action. I also have a wideband. There's my wideband where I put it, upgraded throttle body, here relocated intake air temp sensor. So a lot of stuff. I had to lengthen the throttle cables. We're running the LS General Motors coils. There you go. There's the LS coils on it. So this is a alternator is off of a 4G Ford, so that's off of an 04 Mercury Sable. I had to modify that to get it to work. I've got dual fans; those are Ford Contour fans. So we're gonna go over all that stuff. But I guess, like I said, I just wanted to do a brief intro. Got the air filter on. That was challenging to to find an air filter that would work, but I guess I wanted to put something there just to protect it from ingesting rocks or something, or just tools or your fingers. So just a little safety there. And I think that's all. There's our blow off valve, and then down there is the wastegate, the external wastegate with the screamer pipe on there. You can kind of see a good view of it. That's right now I think it has a 5-pound spring in there. I don't think I upgraded the spring. I believe I have an 8-pound, like an 8.2 pound, and then I have a 5-pound. So right now the 5-pound spring is in there, and I did do some initial testing at 5 psi, but I ran into basically just the end of the season. So that's why I said we're going to continue with the tuning. We're going to continue with the tuning kind of towards the end of this build series, you know. So I guess we're just going to do this is where the car is at, but now we're going to go back in time to about 10 months ago, after our little hot start, or after our little cold start here, to when I started the turbo build. So stay tuned, hang on. I got my keys, so let's go in the car and see. I just checked the oil, and the oil looks brand new, and it's over full because we got the car on ramp, so it's all the oil sloshing to the back of the pan, but that's okay. So oops. The door, here we go. Quiet you. Okay, so let's now go back into Tuner Studio, and I got the keys here. Now, if we keep our fingers crossed, I'm gonna turn the key to on. That was at 3 seconds of fuel pump prime. I'm going to turn the heater off, press unlock, clutch in neutral. This is the first cold start in about at least 3 or 4 weeks. We got oil pressure. Yeah, we got oil pressure. All right. So now we're just going to see. That was the best cold start I think we've had. So now, like, we'll go to our idle air control, idle targets. So we're pegged out at cold here. So here's another spot I said the coldest you will get is 75. So our target speed is 1250. I think it's doing pretty good. Our battery voltage is a little low, but because our oil is very cold, I've got 10W30, so it's a little thick, so I want to just let the engine, before I start revving the engine, I want to just let it warm up. But so now I think we still have a little bit of hunting, surging RPM with our idle air control valve, and that's our PID loops, but not bad. Yeah, let's just take a let's just take a walk outside. We're still warming up. We're at about 75 now, so. So as it warms up, the idle air control should idle it down. So we're at 100 degrees almost. We're still not charging yet. There we go. I think that the warm-up fueling, I'm still trying to get this tuned in, but you see that it starts and runs. So shut it down, and so that's just a little example of where I'm at with the car and the tune, and got pretty far with the cold start and warm up enrichments and stuff. So we're making progress. See, we're holding 40 psi now, which is good. So yeah, that's kind of the intro video to the build series. So now I think we're going to go back, just so the video doesn't get too long, or maybe I'll just release this as part one, but we're going to go back, like I said, 9 or 10 months ago to Memorial Day weekend 2024, where I'm getting this car out of storage, and then I pulled the motor that weekend, and then we start working on like the initial starting from kind of scratch with it, where I think the first thing I did was pull the factory harness out of the car. So let's get right into that.